Congratulations! Are you ready for an incredible adventure? We're about to embark on a week-by-week journey through the first trimester of pregnancy. We'll dive deep into the science, break it down into simple terms, and learn about the amazing changes happening to both the woman and the developing baby. So buckle up, get ready to be amazed, and let's get right into it. This week, it's all about setting the stage. We're talking about the menstrual cycle. It's the body's way of preparing for a possible pregnancy every single month. Think of your uterus as a cozy little nest that needs to be just right for a possible baby. The first day of your period actually marks the beginning of a new cycle. Your body is shedding the lining of the uterus from the previous cycle, making room for a fresh start. Week 2 is when things start getting really exciting. We're talking ovulation, people. This is when one of your ovaries releases a mature egg, and it's ready to meet its match. We'll talk about how to track ovulation and what happens to that tiny egg as it makes its way down the fallopian tube. Ovulation is all about timing. It's like a perfectly choreographed dance, and understanding your body's cues is key. Remember, knowledge is power, especially when it comes to family planning. 3 weeks. This is the week where magic can happen. Fertilization. If a sperm cell successfully meets the egg in the fallopian tube, they combine genetic material to create a zygote. Imagine billions of tiny swimmers all racing towards one goal, to fertilize the egg. We'll talk about the science behind this incredible process and how this single fertilized cell holds the blueprint for an entire human being. Week 4, this week the little zygote is hard at work, dividing and multiplying as it travels down the fallopian tube towards the uterus. Once it reaches the uterus, it snuggles into the lining, a process called implantation. Implantation is a critical step, and it's when the connection between the developing embryo and the mother's body truly begins. Week 5 is all about laying the foundation for a healthy baby. This is when the neural tube, which will become the baby's brain and spinal cord, starts to form. We'll talk about the importance of folic acid in preventing neural tube defects and ensuring healthy development. And that tiny little heart, it's already hard at work, pumping blood and nutrients to the growing embryo. Week 6. This week, that little brain and spinal cord continue to develop at an astonishing rate. The heart is also becoming more complex, and those tiny heartbeats can actually be detected on an ultrasound. This is a really exciting time for expectant parents because that first ultrasound is like a window into the womb. Week 7 brings about even more incredible changes. The baby's limbs, including tiny arms and legs, are starting to bud, and those adorable facial features are becoming more defined. Imagine looking at an ultrasound and seeing the outline of your baby's profile, those little arm buds waving and maybe even a hint of a nose. Week 8 is all about organ development. The major organs are well underway, and the embryo is starting to look more and more like a tiny human. We'll talk about how vital it is to avoid any harmful substances during this critical period of development. 9 week. This week marks a major milestone. The embryo officially graduates to the fetal stage, and earlier disappears, and the fetus is starting to look like a miniature baby. The fetal stage is all about growth and refinement. The organs that have already formed will continue to mature, and the fetus will start to put on weight and grow in size. By week 10, the vital organs are well established and hard at work. The placenta is also fully functional, providing the fetus with all the nutrients and oxygen it needs to thrive. We'll discuss the amazing connection between the placenta and the fetus and how it acts as a lifeline throughout the pregnancy. Week 11 is all about growth. The fetus is getting bigger and stronger every day, and its bones are starting to harden. From tiny cartilage models, the bones are starting to take shape. We'll talk about the role of calcium in building strong bones and how expectant mothers can make sure they're getting enough of this vital nutrient. Congratulations, we've reached the end of the first trimester. The fetus is fully formed, with all its organs in place, and it's even starting to develop reflexes, like sucking its thumb. We'll celebrate how far the baby has come and what exciting milestones lie ahead in the second trimester. The first trimester can be a roller coaster of emotions and physical changes, but you've made it. Thank you for joining me on this incredible journey through the first trimester of pregnancy. But the adventure doesn't end there. Stay tuned for the next installment of our pregnancy series, where we'll explore the second trimester. Until next time.